Coming up on the Desert Vision, U.S. Army and Kuwait Shield Forces work together to accomplish a common goal, and soldiers compete in an unfamiliar competition. Welcome to this edition of the Desert Vision. I'm Army Sergeant Jesse Anderla. Kuwait forces catch a ride on Army watercraft to conduct a live-fire exercise on Falaka Island off the coast of Kuwait.
A slippery ramp and unforgiving tides didn't faze the Kuwait Ministry of Defense Shield Forces while loading their trucks onto the U.S. Army vessel Corinth. Despite these obstacles, they achieved success in their first task of the exercise. Soon they were underway toward the island. Once en route, the calm seas that accompanied the unit on the 2-hour trip would be the only peaceful moments they would have the rest of the day. When they reach the shore, their mission is to stop a simulated attacking enemy force and protect the island's residents. As they arrived and began offloading their vehicles, the beach would reveal another challenge. The deep sands of the island, although menacing, were no match for Shield's tactical assault vehicles. After quickly overcoming the beach, the unit accelerated toward their objective.
As you see, it takes a lot of time and effort. So we have to make it easier every time, so we just get used to it.
Once they reached their target, they engaged with small arms fire, which escalated into an intense barrage of bullets and rocket-propelled grenades. First Lieutenant Batel Al-Harbi says the combined effort to combat terrorist activity, should it arise, was the driving force behind this exercise.
Well, we're definitely gonna do it again, and every time we're gonna improve this, and hopefully nothing will happen, but we just want to be ready if anything happens. It's a feeling. If it is going on or something bad's happening to your country, you don't want to just stand there and just watch. You want to deal with it.
Lieutenant Al-Harbi also said that SHIELD will continue to do this type of collaborative exercise with U.S. forces to improve their security capabilities. For U.S. Army Central, I'm Army Sergeant Jesse Anderla.
During a deployment, MWR Athletics aim to keep soldiers healthy in a safe and competitive environment. Army Sergeant Woodbridge Dean Bullock shares how one tournament challenged an entire team to grow as athletes and Americans while trying something a bit unfamiliar.
Ask a few Americans about cricket, and what comes to mind?
The big black bug that I keep finding all over the floor.
That weird game with the sticks and the bat.
That's more like it, but what about positions? Like the silly point?
Silly point like a crazy guy?
Or the angle-covering cow corner?
It sounds kind of like an outfielder in a sense.
So the bowler's role is simple.
He does throw the ball.
When they heard of the MWR cricket tournament on Camp Arifjan, medics rallied together to play beyond their comfort zone.
They just want to come out here and have a good time and learn. No one, except for one player on our team, knows how to play. So this is a new learning experience for us for sure.
Among 15 teams registered, Team America was the only All-American team in competition. This dynamic led to a special moment after their first victory.
So like, no, we're not going to win. They're like, no, yes, we are. And then when we did, everyone was like, we were all excited, but we had to wait till the game was completely over. Because like, okay, no, game's not over yet. We finally got the word the game's over. Everybody rushed out on the field. We were all like screaming and hollering. It was extremely cool.
Such passion for a new experience was well received by players and staff alike.
It makes me very happy because different countries be together. It's like showing a love for the other countries, like showing love for each another. It's a good thing for me also. I feel very good for that.
If interest spikes, D'Souza says there may be another tournament around the corner. So though cricket may seem strange, give it a try, because there is nothing unfamiliar about fun. For U.S. Army Central, I'm Army Sergeant Woodbridge Dean Bullock.
All right, guys, all right.
Woo! Building an army does not only consist of huge arsenals and lots of soldiers, but also in training competent leaders to sustain the future of the force. Army Sergeant Daniel Sullivan explains how the Army Corps of Engineers and Afghan companies are working together to build this foundation.
Construction is in full swing on a 1,500-acre compound just outside Kabul City.
the Afghan National Army will soon have its own premier military academy to train its next generation of leaders.
All these barracks are going to get full.
Colonel Michael Price, commander of the Transatlantic Afghanistan District in Kabul, sees tradition being built from the ground up.
Every professional army in the world starts with a great education, and this campus will provide that. They're consolidating all the schools in Afghanistan for their senior non-commissioned officers and their officers at this location.
The Afghan National Defense University will have the capacity to train up to 3,000 officers and senior enlisted, making it the marquee installation for an army on the rise. The compound is broken down into 3 separate phases.
Phase 1 is their version of West Point. Phase 2 is a bunch of specialty schools, language school, counterterrorism, and the barracks to support that. And Phase 3 is where we're standing right now, is their version of Sandhurst, where they will train all their non-commissioned officers.
With the Army Corps of Engineers taking an advisory role, 2 Afghan construction companies are leading the charge in the building process.
It's Afghan workers for an Afghan company building a facility for the Afghan Army.
With a scheduled completion date of September 1st, these dark hallways will soon be filled with soldiers ready to change Afghanistan's future. Reporting from Kabul City, I'm Army Staff Sergeant Daniel Sullivan.
The United States Army Central Campaign Plan is the core document for planning, readiness training, partnerships, and exercises activities within ARCENT's area of responsibility. It provides the mission statement, commander's vision, and methodology to achieve our desired end states. This is accomplished through clearly defined lines of effort supported by major objectives and desired outcomes. Here in ARCENT, this will be accomplished by the following approved lines of effort. They are Transition Afghanistan, Set the Theater, Unified Land Operations, Shape and Enhance the Force. Having a clear understanding of each is essential during the planning, resourcing, and execution of all phases of our operations and activities. Each directorate, staff section, and individual play an important role in improving relations, increasing partner capacity, and maintaining and increasing stability in the 20 countries represented in our area of responsibility. Together, working with our partners, we remain relevant and committed to millions of people within our AOR. Third, Patent Zone.
Ramadan is an old Arabic word that means scorching heat. It falls on the 9th month of the Islamic calendar. According to Muslim religion, it is the month that Allah first revealed the Holy Quran to beloved Prophet Muhammad. Ramadan is a holy month when Muslims all over the world do not eat or drink between dawn and sunset. It is a time of increasing good deeds and avoiding anything that displeases Allah. During this month, Muslims will give thanks to Allah for all the blessings He has given and lend a helping hand to those who are less fortunate. Do not eat, drink, or smoke in front of fasting Muslims. Dress and behave modestly. Wear conservative clothing that covers the body. Avoid getting in arguments with those who are fasting. Do not play live music as it is banned throughout the month. Remember, be sensitive to the culture of the country you are a guest in. Welcome back to the Desert Vision. MWR services strive to bring top-notch entertainment to troops overseas. The shows often lighten moods and get soldiers laughing. Army Sergeant Woodbridge Dean Bullock tells us what happens when 3 comedians take the power of humor seriously.
I'm Jeff Capri of Jeff Capri's
Lights, camera, comedy?
MWR.
Armed Forces Entertainment rounded up Jeff Capri's Funny Forces for a 2-week tour, stopping at Camp Arifjan on Saturday, June 14th. All joking aside, the purpose of the event reached beyond laughter.
They're getting the same experience that they get in the club, so they can forget that Groundhog Day moment. They can just stop doing their job and just focus on something else for a change.
Comedian Bob Kubota knows how important these opportunities are.
Every so often we will get letters from either the soldiers or the parents of soldiers thanking us for what we do, because we actually, in some cases, saved a soldier's life or took somebody out of a severe depression and actually gave them something to laugh at, and they could actually go on just by coming to one of our shows. And we've gotten several letters like that, and that is just that is the most mind-blowing thing I can think of.
And that connection resonates with troops.
Bob was here in 2010, so saw him on the card and just had to come back and see him.
So the next time you see a comedy act and think it's all about the laughs, just remember the time and effort they devote to soldiers, because for them, it is no laughing matter. Reporting for U.S. Army Central, I'm Army Sergeant Woodbridge Dean Bullock.
Hearing from loved ones while deployed almost always puts an extra smile on your face. These soldiers are working together to add a few more in a more efficient way. Long hours in harsh conditions can make deployments for some seem never-ending. One of the ways to combat low spirits can come in something as small as an envelope.
It is a morale booster. When you get that card from home, or when you get that box from home, or you know, the things that you need when you departed your home, the easiest way and probably the only way you have to actually get those items is through the military postal system.
This is why mailroom representatives from all over U.S. Army Central's area of responsibility gathered on June 5th and 6th for a postal conference. Here they discussed better ways to accommodate the soldiers they serve. The two-day event gives participants insight on the different moving pieces that must come together to provide mail services to troops scattered throughout the more than 6,500 square mile U.S. ARCENT footprint.
Because we're so spread out, a lot of times you don't have the information readily available, and so what we do is we try to give everybody all of the tools that they will need when they actually go into the field to perform their duties.
As the conference came to a close, mailroom personnel could go back to their respective APOs with confidence in their abilities to elevate morale by keeping the mail moving for our troops on the ground. Reporting for U.S. Army Central, I'm Army Sergeant Jesse Anderla. That wraps up this installment of the Desert Vision. Find these stories and more at facebook.com/US Army Central. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.